Appreciate everybody coming out this afternoon. Would love to start off with any questions, and then I'll be happy to elaborate from there. About our recruiting class, about the game coming up on Sunday, whatever it might be.
You're less than 72 hours out from the opener. Give us a state of the Cardinals address.
Well, we could use about 72 more hours on top of the 72 we have. We're working hard. We're a work in progress. There's no question about it. We're extremely talented. Now it's a matter of getting that talent to play together. We do miss our senior leadership from last year. There's no question about it. We miss Jude Schimmel, Briss Smith, Shante, Sarah, Sharon. Those are the kids. They might not have been scoring all the points, but they kind of did the little things behind the scenes. So we're trying to find that right now. We're trying to find who's going to step up when things aren't going well and get everybody back together. Once we can start to establish that and find out who those people are going to be, then I think you'll really start to see us make some progress.
You knew that was going to be potentially a
Oh,
challenge.
no question.
How do you kind of overcome it? Because you don't have upperclassmen to.
I'll tell you Sunday at 4 o'clock. It's a great question. It's one that it's going to be by timeouts. We're going to have to do a lot of coaching individual and players come out of game to try to get them to see what's going on. So when they get back out there, they're able to relay that on to their teammates. We're trying to put them in as many game-like situations right now as we can. So when they do get out there, it's not something they haven't seen before. But, you're trying to prepare for the long haul. At the same time, you're trying to prepare for Cal, who's a very talented basketball team with a ton of height.
Is that where you have to, as a staff, do more? I don't mean coaching like on the bench coaching this year. And do you envision playing more bodies, kind of equal minutes? Because
we're going to have to put our best out there. It's really going to come down to, and I've got a feeling it could be game by game. It could be who's playing well this game is going to get more minutes individually, just for the fact we don't necessarily have that leadership of somebody who's got that experience to say, okay, if I'm not scoring, I can still rebound, I can still defend. We kind of get a little frustrated if our shot's not going in, and then that affects us at the defensive end. We aren't rebounding the ball as well in practice. So we're going to have to figure out who can get the entire picture and put that forward. Who's able to evaluate themselves as the game's going on and realize, hey, if I'm not scoring, I can still defend. I can still be a vocal leader. And until we get to that, we're going to have to kind of go with the ones that are playing well at the time, because we're not in a position right now that we can afford a 4-minute drought at the defensive end or the offensive end.
A lot of teams that have played exhibitions. Have you guys done anything like close scrimmages or
We
any outside competition?
we had two scrimmages against two other Division I teams. Yeah, well, they went great. They're really good. We had learning experiences in both of them, and that's what you're asking for. You're able to stop them. You're able to work on things at the end of the scrimmage. We're able to work on some end of the game under a minute, where you're allowed to call timeout, advance the ball, things like that. That if you're doing a regular exhibition game, you really can't do that. So I prefer the scrimmages. We're just not allowed to publicize them and all that good stuff.
Said in the past, it's not so much who starts the game, but who finishes a close game. Do you have 5 players in mind for that yet?
No. You, me, Jody, Matt with one leg back there. We're, us 4 could be a start. So, no, it's, like I said, we're talented. But, we're mentally not quite there yet. I'm trying to get them to understand what's going to happen here on Sunday. And then when we go down to Western Kentucky, what's going to happen? Like, we've got some games that we're going to find out in a hurry how tough we are. I know how skilled, I know how talented we are. Now it's a matter of putting that together and being able to go out there. And if you get hit in the face, are you going to lay down? Or are you getting back up swinging?
How is Asia right now, health-wise?
Asia, I feel she's about 75, 80%. She's not where she wants to be, but she's continuing to work extremely hard in the rehab. She'll play on Sunday. It's a matter of how much. We can get 15 to 18 minutes out of her, I'd be happy. And if she can go more, great. But it's really going to be all up to how she's feeling.
5 great recruits coming on board for 2016. Talk about those a little bit.
Well, we're very fortunate. Worked extremely hard. I thought we were able to go out and get players that filled a need for us. You start within the post. Sierra Johnson. Sierra really is going to fill that void of being able to come in and not only play in the low block, like Aaron DeGrade is right now for us, but she can actually extend the defense out. She can hit the trail 3. That's something that it's not yet in her game. So now we add a little more depth to that spot. Kylie Shook at 6'5", she'll shoot the 3 as well as any of our guards. So we're excited about that because it's always nice to have someone that size that can stretch out a defense. She's a shot blocker. She alters a bunch of shots. Even the ones she doesn't block, she'll at least alter them. Excited about that. You've got Jasmine Jones, exceptional athlete, can get to the rim, can take the ball off the bounce. Very good defender for us. So that we're excited about that because we need to add a little athleticism to our mix with some size. Sydney can flat out shoot it. She can play the point at times, but really her specialty is shooting the basketball. So that's always nice to add another shooter to the mix. And Bianca Dunham, what Bianca's going to bring is her ability to run the floor. I envision her, hopefully, as she progresses throughout her career, being maybe not as guard-oriented as Candace Bingham was, but having those type of skills, being able to score in the post, being able to be at the top of our press, getting deflections, being able to block shots, being able to guard some guards on the perimeter, which is what Candace was able to do for us. Which when you've got 6'1" out there that can guard a 2-player, it really can cause some problems. So really excited about those 5. Looking forward to having them join us, next year. So it's it was a very good day.
Some of the problems or matchups that Cal poses for you.
Well, you're looking at I think they're down to 9 right now, a roster of 9. I think they're one young lady from what I read may be out for a little bit with some concussions in the past. Those 9, you've got 2 of them that are under 6 foot, and you've got 7 that are anywhere between 6'2" to 6'7". They start 5'4", 6'3", 6'2", 6'4", 6'5". They play a very, I'm expecting them to come out and play some zone, very long. It's a matter of we're telling our kids exactly what to expect. You can't just make one pass. You have to pass fake. You have to be solid with the basketball. And if we come out and do that on Sunday, then it should be an entertaining basketball game. But if we come out and just throw it straight to them, it's going to be a problem. So, their size is going to cause us some issues, but hopefully we'll keep them off the glass. Hopefully we'll work hard defensively and be able to hopefully get out in transition and get some easy baskets.
Did you know when you scheduled such a high-profile opener that you'd have this sort of bunch where you're trying to put the pieces together and things?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have that every year. It's just a matter if you're going to have the upperclassmen there that have had the experience. But, yeah, we knew we were graduating 5 players. Sure did.
Jeff, every class is important, but when you sign a number 1 recruiting class, how important is it to back it up with another good one? Because, obviously you don't want to miss a beat, but, you got so much attention for that class last year, and to do it again says a lot about the staff.
No, we understand. In order to hopefully continue to build this program to a national level, you have to be able to recruit year in and year out, because you're going to have players that graduate and move on, and you don't want to have to just rely on freshmen all the time. Now we're getting to a point with these even you go to the sophomores right now, Mariah, Maisha, Erica Carter. It was a great class. And now we've got freshmen. Then we're going to back that up with another group of freshmen. It's really important because it keeps things going. And that's our goal here. Our goal is to get this program competing for a national championship. And in order to do that, you have to recruit. And that's one thing that we have had success with. I'm very fortunate to have a great staff. Steph Norman's been with me for all 9 years. She's my associate head coach. She does a fantastic job out there. Sam Purcell, Sam Williams, they're out on the recruiting trail a lot. We're gone from home. We have wonderful families that understand that there's a lot of travel involved in this job. And when you've got that support at home, it makes it a lot easier to be able to know, it's okay to be gone 2-3 nights a week, because it is a lot of travel.
You never finished with recruiting, but for all intents and purposes, this class finished completely?
Yeah, yes. We are definitely now looking, the following year, the next 2 or 3 years, trying to get ahead of the curve. Because you can't ever, we had a great day yesterday. We're excited to get him now. We're moving on to the next class.
What do you think of your staff's singing abilities?
Not very good. Not very good. And I'm sure you realize that I was the only smart one that did not sing.
I noticed that.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Speaking of goals and expectations, what are kind of some of the team goals of this season and expectations?
Well, I mean, our expectations, are always to be playing our best come March, and we've figured out a way to do that most of the years that we've been here. It's not a matter of your goal is to win 25 games, 26 games. We're going out to win every game we play. But at the same time, I do understand. I mean, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, especially when you've got 9 freshmen and sophomores. So we're looking at every day trying to get better. And then with the talent we have, hopefully people will really start to see us playing our best basketball towards the end when it all starts to matter.
You talked a little bit about wanting to see a lot of fans come out on Sunday. What did you feel in your time here was maybe the tipping point where you were getting those large crowds consistently? I mean, what do you feel like maybe where you turned the corner in that regard?
Well, I mean, ever since I was fortunate to get the job here, the fan support's been great. I think when we moved into here was really important. I think there were a lot of people out there that wanted the opportunity to get into this building, and we were fortunate enough to be able to be the first game. When we opened up with Tennessee here, we drew 22,000. And I think there were a lot of fans that weren't able to get into the men's game, which I think was the night after ours or the next night, that were like, hey, we'd love to see this arena. We can't get a men's ticket. Let's go to the women's game and see it. Well, I really believe a lot of those people were pleased with what they saw, and then we retained a lot. So, and that's our goal. My goal is to just get people out here. If they haven't been here one time, just come one time, watch us play. And a majority of the people are surprised at the quality of basketball that they actually get the chance to see. And we do, I think, retain a pretty good number of the ones that come for a first time.
Coach, with Courtney Walton being, I guess, on the team the longest and being on a young team as you have this year, what's her role?
Well, Courtney needs to be steady for us. She needs to be the one that, knows what's going on, is helping the freshmen to know what they're supposed to be doing. That's her job. Her job is to go out there. I can't worry about Courtney. And that's what I've told her. I'm like, I know you know what you're doing. So that's a relief for me. So that's one person that when it comes to the game of basketball that I know when we tell them to do something, she's going to do it. So she's leading by example right now. And that's what we need from her. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. See you on Sunday.